In Minecraft, crafting a hopper requires a chest and 5 iron. It takes about 52 seconds to collect 5 iron and smelt it by hand. This is unacceptable because I want to build the craziest builds and farms in hardcore Minecraft, like this farm that requires 500 hoppers or 34 hours of iron mining. Now, I may be jobless, but I'm not that jobless. So instead of spending thousands of hours of my life collecting resources by hand, I'm going to build not only an iron farm, but 14 other automatic farms so that I have infinite of every resource I need to build the most epic builds in hardcore Minecraft. Building these farms is not going to be easy. He's not moving at all! Yo, I might pop totem to witch it! Oh my gosh, bro. Now they're escaped. Why are the slimes exploding? Why is it? Why? It's time to wage war on the nether for what it did to us. I don't even care at this point. Just burn it all to the ground, bro. This is hardcore Minecraft. All right, let's go find a spot to build this iron farm. I'm gonna build this farm on this little grassy hill next to my base. Let's flatten out the ground a little bit. Then we gotta make this little grassy formation here and surround it with fences. Then all we really have to do is make a couple pods for the villagers. I set up the clock so that the villagers will get periodically scared by the zombie I'm going to add. Now let's just dig a hole about 30 blocks deep for the iron golem killing chamber. Then I just had to lure a zombie up a set of stairs into the boat in the middle of the farm. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now let's just build a railway and load the villagers into the farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should genuinely be all of them. For real though, where is my last villager? Okay, look who decided to show up, buddy. I really appreciate that. Yo, look at how easy this is, bro. Oh my gosh, it all worked out, bro. Let's go. Whoa. Hello there, my friend. I don't like you much, to be entirely honest. I really don't like having you in my personal space at all. You kind of freak me out. And they're gonna get swept into the lava and they're gonna burn. I'm so happy that these cretins are burning. Wait, so that's literally the iron farm done. So now that we finished the iron farm, I'm going to make a shulker farm because basically every farm after this is gonna require a bunch of materials and or shulker loaders. So we need to start by getting our shulker infrastructure into place. And to do that, I need to gather all of these resources, which is not that bad, honestly. The hoppers and the scaffolding are probably going to be the worst parts. So let's hop to it. So that's how much I have after gathering just a few materials, but we need about 1 more shulker. So I'm going to go hit up our mob farm that we built in episode 2 and see if we have enough string to finish off the amount of scaffolding that we need. And I'm completely out of string and our freaking chests aren't sorted. I guess we might as well add a sorter to this thing and run it for the string for our scaffolding. Now let's run it and hope that it works. Every single one broke. What is happening? Why are they 4? Why did they filter down to 4? We're gonna figure this stupid crap out, I guess. Somehow. Maybe. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, well that's really cool. It fills up and then burns all of my items. I love that. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. It fills up to max and then burns all of my items. Of course, I was just botching the redstone. Melissa Mines sent me a screenshot of the proper way to build a sorter, and then we tried to implement that. Okay, there we go. That looks right, right? Yeah, I think so. Me monkey brain cannot replicate picture. Okay, bones. That's it. Okay. Take 15 million. Okay, is that it? Now let's finally go check the chests. Okay, only gunpowder, some gunpowder, bones. I think it's working though. I thought adding the sorter was gonna take me like 15-20 minutes, but it took me like 2 hours. And that pretty much sums up the experience of this entire video. This was not even the beginning of the suffering. All right, these are all the shulkers we need to get the stuff to do the things, the stuff in diggly dangly dooga dang it. You know what I'm saying, chat? Now it was into the end to find an end city to build our shulker farm next to.
All right, there we go. There's an end city, mates. There be an end city.
Now that we found the perfect spot to build this shulker farm, let's get down to business and put it together. Just letting you know that every single farm in this video will be linked in the description, and if that's helpful for you, make sure to subscribe. Now we just need to yoink a shulker. Unfortunately, I forgot an activator rail, which we need to kick the shulker out of the minecart and into the farm, so I had to go back for that. Oh yeah, we need to go back for an activator rail. Big sad. And then I realized I also forgot glass. I forgot, once again, after going back to get the activator rails, that shulkers cannot teleport onto glass. So I need to build the stair to get the shulker in out of glass, not stone bricks. So I have to go back once again and get glass and then come back and finish this stupid thing. And then it was time for the scary part of actually yoinking the shulker into the farm. Bro, did I put an activator rail up there? I left my activator rail. I have to go back. Dude. All right, we're fine. I'm okay. Perfectly stable. Oh my gosh, Scoob. It kills me that I took 3 trips knowing I needed, okay, glass, whatever, excusable, all right? But I went back for the activator rail, didn't get it. Went back for glass and activator rail, didn't get the activator rail, and then went back again. And this is where one little thing after another kept adding up until I just completely lost it. Okay, Steam is spam opening. Okay, I think I fixed it. Holy crap, bro. It's okay. We're so okay. Why won't bro move when I push him? Dude, he's not moving at all. Push him with another car. Okay, this is a good solution. There we go, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, shulker is in farm. I repeat, shulker is in farm. All right, let's see if this works. He went so far away. I don't think he's supposed to teleport there, dude. I think I forgot a block. No, I did. I forgot a slab. I forgot a slab! Is this salvageable without getting another shulker in? I don't even know if I can get a slab in there. Okay. 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 Is he in the farm, though? Will he shoot me? Of course I get hit with another bullet, bro. A third bullet. I get hit by a third bullet. Let's go. I'm gonna be here all freaking day, bro. All right. Let's see. Will he shoot me? There's... It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's really okay, because there's another shulker left in the city. And this time it finally seemed like this one got into the farm properly. Okay! Okay. Oh my gosh, bro. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the shulker farm and he should start shooting at me. And if he doesn't, we're gonna have serious issues. Like really, really, really serious issues. All right, we're gonna go down and he should shoot at me. Excellent. Okay. We're good. We're good. It works. There we go. They duplicated and they're gonna start. Okay. All right. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, here we are. We have returned to our humble abode after that short little journey into hell. All right, cortisol is slowly leaving the system. I can feel it. I repeat, cortisol is slowly leaving the system. Everything's fine. It's just a shulker farm. It can't hurt you. It's just a shulker farm. It can't hurt you. It's just a shulker farm. It can't hurt you. We've barely started on the farms and I already want to crash out. So I really hope it gets a lot easier. I really hope. Next, I started gathering materials for a witch farm, another crucial farm that all the other farms were going to rely on. Without redstone, it would take ages to make all the stuff we're going to build later in the video. I also really quickly went and collected a couple beehives. We're going to need a ton of these later in the video. I then used seed map to locate this witch hut. But first, we have to dig it out of the mountain to build the farm. So I'm going to throw down a beacon and get to work digging it out of the mountain. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe. We're so close to 100K, and I literally quit my job to make these videos, so it would mean the world to me. Get over here, you turd. Okay. After not too much time, I actually did better building this time than I did last time, which is great. We learned, we improved. Okay, I'm gonna turn the farm on. Excellent. And we're gonna go all the way up here, and we're gonna see if it works. I doubt it will the first time, but let's see. Oh, I hear witches. Oh, I hear witches. Looks like it's working. Well, there we go, guys. I think we got a working witch farm. Now all we gotta do is take this stuff and build out the item filters, and we're all set. So if I toss all the drops into the streams, there you go. They're getting picked up by the sorters. It looks like it's working. Then down here, it should be crafting blocks of redstone, automatically storing them in the shulker box. Yeah, something's broke. All right, I lied about the farm working first try. So this farm abuses the fact that soul sand blocks are slightly shorter than all other blocks. If we rapidly shift a soul sand floor back and forth, the witches can't climb onto the block in time and instead drop through the floor. In our case, one of the floors wasn't shifting, causing the witches to get stuck and not get pushed into the killing chamber. Okay, suffering engaged. Now, in order to fix the problem, I have to peel open the side of a farm and expose myself to dozens of angry witches. It's a horrible problem to fix. Really? I got poisoned again for 30 seconds? Yo. I might pop totem to witches! I'm freaking out! Alright, okay. I think we're fine. Barely. Yeah, okay. What? I cleared out all the witches, rebuilt the problematic floor, and gave it another shot. Alright, attempt number 2, I guess. 2 is still pretty good. And that perfectly solved our issue. The redstone farm was the second out of 3 essential farms that we needed to build every other farm in this video. The third being a tree farm. This is my trading hall, and I actually want to build as many farms as I possibly can in this massive chunk of the mountain behind my trading hall. To do that, though, we got to do a lot more digging once again. So I guess that's what we're going to do. I went and collected my beacon from the witch farm because we only have 1 beacon so far in this world, slapped it down in my base, and got to digging. And then chat, being the pyromaniacs that they are, convinced me not 5 minutes later to blow everything up with TNT. Yeah, somehow TNT ends up becoming a recurring theme in this video. I don't think TNT is faster than Haze 2. At least not to get like a clean cutout. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what though? That sounds fun. Let's make some TNT. I drilled a bunch of holes 35 layers deep and then stacked up with 1 TNT, 2 blocks, 1 TNT, 2 blocks, and so forth. All right, here we go. We're gonna blow all this up. Bro, what? I don't know when TNT became so lame and underwhelming, but I was not going to give up. I wanted to see a big explosion, so help me God. Oh my gosh. Okay, we broke out the sides a little bit, and it didn't go that far down, but that did help. We do have a hole that's started. Someone said make a giant TNT shaft. All right, I'm gonna really hope that works and get out of the way. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It sounds like it worked. Holy smokes. Okay, we definitely have a big hole, chat. I spent the next hour or so just trying to run around and blow up all the remaining TNT, and then I had to go in and smooth out and repair this entire hole by hand. I can't wait to have the rest of the world as polished as this room is. It's so funny. It's like, here we have... and then we turn around and it's like, oh no, oh no, oh my god. So I just tested, and the farm will literally not fit in this hole. It's literally not gonna fit. So I'm gonna go build the tree farm somewhere else, and we're gonna come back to this area and build a bunch of smaller farms that'll fit. And this is where things get tricky, man, because like, where do we build it? If we moved these farms, would we have room here? I vibe with this. I think I vibe heavily with this. Okay, so after some deliberation with the chat, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to remove all of these farms from this plot of land and build the tree farm right here, and then encase it in a tower eventually. But it'll be like our warped factory that powers the entire base. So I'm gonna clear these farms out and then start building that warped tree farm. All right, one fish, two will protect us from the phantoms while we tear down these farms. That was a bit quicker than I expected, but we have the tree farm done. If this works properly, we're going to have infinite wood to build all the crafting materials we need, and we're going to have infinite warped wood to continue expanding our base. Make sure this is across. Then we're going to flip this. Then we're going to start the fungus farm. Yup, and then we're going to turn on the thing that puts bone meal in our hand. And then we're going to fill our inventory with junk. Oops. Oops. I didn't fill my inventory with junk early enough. Hold on, hold on. Oh, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. 1 minute. Saplings in the offhand, bone meal in the main hand. And then we're gonna walk up here and we're gonna hold right click. Okay. Yo, this is crazy. So we're just gonna have infinite warped wood now. Well, this is perfect. We use so much stripped wood for our entire world, and now we're gonna have an infinite amount of it. Now let's go ahead and see how much we got. Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, so it didn't run fast enough to fill up 2 chests, but I ran it for like 3 minutes, and we already have this many warped stems. And as someone who really, really loves warped wood, this is fantastic. And even better, this whole thing fully self-sustains itself, so we have infinite wood without ever having to go collect bone meal. This is fantastic. Next on the agenda, I still had a bunch of smaller farms before we get to the really scary stuff. I wanted to build a pumpkin farm because a farm we're going to build later can turn thousands of snow golems into slime. Okay, so here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this farm into an industrial district with a bunch of smaller farms inside of it. Yeah, thank God we built this tree farm early on, because it would have taken ages to collect the materials for the remaining farms. This has got to be one of my favorite farms in the world so far. I gathered resources for the pumpkin farm and put it together lickety-split. Just like that, I built 2 pumpkin farm modules side by side. These will give me about 450 pumpkins an hour. And then immediately after that, I started breeding bees. We were going to need 64 full beehives for a farm that we're building later in the video. Now, if I'm going to build some of the craziest builds I've ever done, I'm going to need a lot of concrete and glass. There are 16 different colors of concrete in Minecraft, Minecraft, and they get used in just about every single build imaginable. So I'm going to build a concrete factory that produces over 165,000 concrete per hour. We can also use it to dupe sand, which will give us infinite glass for the entire duration of our world. I quickly gathered everything I needed to make the duper, and we got to business. Okay, so inside of this shulker, we have everything we need for the overworld side of the duper, which is not too bad considering this is going to make us 120,000 concrete every hour. Now, there's one other thing I need to grab. We have to dig out a lot of space on both the end side and the overworld side, and so I'm going to need a couple more beacons. We should have the iron to build more beacons, but I need more wither skulls, so cue the wither skull slaying montage. I started slaying wither skeletons, and of course, our luck was genuinely terrible, and it was only going to get worse. What is this skull luck, bro? Dude, everything in this video is fighting us. Every single thing. Yo, this is diabolical. Okay. We just got our first skull after killing like 20 or 30 of them. There we go. Second skull. There we go. Oh my gosh. Third skull acquired, finally. And you'd think something as simple as suffocating the wither under the end portal wouldn't have been a piece of cake, but not even that was easy. Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do it properly. That's fine. We just body the wizard. The wizard? The wizard? We bodies the wizard. Whatever. We got ourselves another nether star. Let's go and make a beacon. That one wither was no problem, but that would be far, far, far from the only wither we'd have to deal with in this episode. All right, so now I got to find a way to place a beacon down here, which is a little rough, but we have to clear out a massive area in this end portal room for the whole duper to fit. So there ain't no way I'm doing it without a beacon. So let's go ahead and get a beacon placed. Now, with all the end portal frames removed, we can start building the concrete duper. And honestly, this should not take us that long at all. So I'm just going to get right down to it. Weird. Uh-oh. Dang it. Oh my gosh, bro. Come on, bro. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot, bro. There's a stupid, sneaky iron trapdoor, bro. Oh, it really just screwed everything up. Okay, sick. Okay, so one thing I'm learning is I really need to stop saying this is gonna be really easy because it's never easy. But we should have the overworld side of this thing done. Now we just gotta move on to the end side of this contraption. Now we gotta get this beacon torn down so that we can build it in the end and dig out a massive hole on the other side as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, in order to keep the concrete duper running, I have to chunk load it. And normally this is super easy. You just make a portal and pass a minecart back and forth between it. But even something as simple as this was fighting me. I kept sending a minecart through, and no matter how hard I tried, it would pop out on a different side of the portal. Which way am I gonna face? Okay, there we go. So if I do this and this and this. Okay, what's happening, dude? What is happening? I'm gonna scream, dude. Is it really gonna make me do this to every single one? Do I really need to do this? All four. This is actually so stupid. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. Oh my gosh, this is the dumbest, literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen. All right, this is the biggest abomination I've ever seen in my life, but whatever, it works, I guess. Oh my gosh. If something like this ever happens to you, it's because my portals were facing in different cardinal directions. You're welcome. Now it's time. All we got to do is pull this switch. And if we did everything properly, we're going to have like an unfathomable amount of sand, black concrete, and orange concrete. So let's go ahead and flip this lever and see what happens. Yeah, that's something. That's really loud, but it's working. At least on this side. We have to see how much we got on the other side. Let's step onto it and see how much we got. Oh my gosh. It's more than I can possibly hold. Next step is we got to add a bunch of shulker loaders here to load all these into shulker boxes. So let's get on that. So I tried my best. I added some shulker loaders and they didn't work whatsoever. As it turns out, building farms is hard, but storing hundreds of thousands of items is even harder. If I wanted to get a working storage system, I was going to need to build this monstrosity. So I put a pin in that and started working on a slime farm. So I got most of the slime farm done. Now all I gotta do is make some oozing potions and carve like 3 stacks of pumpkins and put them into the farm, and then we're all good to go. Oh, and of course, bro, do you mind, bro? And of course, I have to make a snow farm to actually get enough snow golems to run this thing. So let's complete those final tasks and then give this thing a go. Essentially, this farm uses the oozing potion. Any entities affected with an oozing potion turn into slime when they die. So we were going to shove thousands of snow golems into this farm, turn them all into slimes, and then kill what comes out. Make sense? So I'm gonna build a pumpkin carver in my bedroom because why not? I've got space and it looks nice in here. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, supposedly that's it. And if we just fast right click. Okay. Okay, well, yeah, I'd say that's pretty efficient. 3 stacks of pumpkins carved in like 5 seconds. So that's pretty sick. Not too bad at all. And finally, we just need a quick snow farm. I ended up building a snow farm that is essentially just a fancier version of the good old snow golem standing on one block. Except this one auto-crafts shovels for you so you can run it forever. And it also auto-crafts all the snowballs into snow blocks. All right, and just like that, we have a simple little snow farm. Let's go ahead and run our snow farm. Flick the lever to toggle the farm, stand on the slab, okay, aim at snow layers. What slab? Something tells me that ain't working properly. Oh my gosh, bro. Now I have to fetch a soul sand. What's the issue? Oh, my golem is in the wrong And why place. Is it not? Shouldn't it be doing something? It's not pushing anything down into the thing. Why isn't it pushing? Okay. There we go, finally. You know, this farm was marked as simple. And so I thought for a simpleton like me, I'd have no issues. But like every single other farm in this entire video, it's given me an absolute horrible, nightmarish, god-awful time. But hey, at least we have a working snow farm. There we go. Infinite snow for all of our days. Hey! What in God's name happened? Not only is my farm broken, but my golem is gone. How did I break the soul sand? Did I nudge my mouse? Whatever, bro. Whatever. I don't even care. Literally don't even care. You see how little I care right now? Whatever, bro. You want a break? Fine. You do you, bro. You do you, bro. All right, now after all that gobbledygook, we have all the materials that we need to go ahead and test out this slime farm here to get infinite slime. All right. Okay, everything should be in working order. So, holy mother of lag, bro. All right, here we go. We splashed them with oozing, and now they're getting all pushed, and they should turn into slimes and fly up here, and then we're gonna hit them. If I did everything properly. Okay, here they come. Here they come? Something's definitely not working. What the? Why? Oh no. We've got some problems. Well, guys, here's our slime farm. I'm really proud of it. It works really, really well. It's definitely the most goated farm I've ever made. Wait, is it still salvageable? Do they still have oozing? Oh. Woe is me. This means we have to go get more snow blocks. Take 2. Here we go. We're gonna enable fast right click, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna hit them with the slime, and we're gonna flip. What? Why? Why does it do once? Why does it do once? I'm missing a repeater. It's fine. It's fine. This is salvageable. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I don't think it's supposed to do that. I really don't. I really don't think it's supposed to do that. What the frick happened this time? I mean, okay, it went wrong and we have slimes and snow golems everywhere, but still, we're gonna have a ton of slime blocks after this. Bro, I hate the snow golems. I hate their stupid faces. They look so derpy without a pumpkin on their head, bro. Okay, here we go. Take 3. We're gonna splash them with the oozing. Easy. We're turning the lever on. Yo, nothing escaped. All right, and then I gotta hop down before they get crammed. So here we go. Yes! Mountains of slime! Rivers of slime flow into my storage. Hey, how'd you get here? What the? No! How'd you get here, bruh? Wait, they're actually escaping. Once again, get off me! The slime farm was still not working properly. They were escaping out of the cage, and I gave it one more final shot. I don't even know at this point, bro. I don't even care. I don't even care. I really don't. I really don't care. They just explode. Armor stand is now broken. I want to die. Well, I mean, that's a lot of slime blocks, so there's that. After this whole terrible ordeal, we have a lot of slime blocks, but it was way harder than it should have been, and the farm still doesn't work properly. But whatever, we're moving on to the next farm. I am over this at this point. I'm sorry. So to recover from the ordeal of the slime farm, I went and I made a simple moss farm. All right, that was real easy right there. Should have a moss farm all done. All I should have to do is pull this lever. It's definitely not working. Something's missing something. Oh, duh. Found it. Need a lava bucket. Okay, I was basically just missing a little lava bucket right there. So let's try this now and see if it works. There we go. Those are the noises it's supposed to make. And then it should be filling up. Yep, there we go. We got moss blocks. We got a moss farm going. Amazing. Now I have only 2 quote-unquote easy farms left. A sheep farm and a guardian farm. Then it's on to the ones that are going to give us a real headache. As for the wool farm, do you remember the black sheep from last episode? Yeah, well, there's a lot more of them now. Oh my gosh. It's an army of sheeps. We're going to use these guys to build a wool farm that gives us 4,000 wool an hour. Okay, so we're now at the stage of the farm where we have to load all the sheep into their permanent domiciles. Now, what I am going to do first, and chat made a good point about this, is build some walls to kind of corral them in. And you know what? Might as well just build walls all the way around, to be honest. I'm also going to do this during the daytime because there are a bunch of mobs flying around, and if I accidentally sweeping edge all my sheep, I'm going to cry. So here goes nothing. We're just going to be slow and methodical. Just going to be nice, slow and methodical with it. Look at that. Follow me, sheep. Follow me to your new destinies. Now, they should start just dropping in there. Look at that. All right, more. We need more. Hop on in there, buddies. Hop on in there. There we go. Look at that. This should be good enough. You know, it's probably not the optimal placement, and it's probably somewhat suboptimal, to be entirely honest with you. And finally, all I had to do is finish off the top half of the sheep farm. That was extremely painless. We now have an auto wool farm going, which will be so helpful for future builds that we're going to do. All right, now the next farm that I want to build is a simple guardian farm. And for that, I need to go raid an ocean monument. And I've never done that before, but I came prepared. I have 3 strength potions, 3 8-minute water breathing, and a bunch of milk buckets. So we're going to run and kill the Elder Guardian and then build a simple guardian farm. Just in case, though, I'm going to do this. I don't want to take any risks with this world, so let's go ahead and do that and switch that back, and we now have a pearl stasis all ready to save us if we ever need it at the flick of a switch. I used good old chunk base to teleport us to an ocean monument, which put us deep underground inside a dungeon, and then started digging my way out. Many more epic videos to come. Oh, that's great. That's great. I can't even see the surface yet, and I just got mining fatigue applied. We love that. We're gonna use all our milk buckets before we even reach the surface. Oh, we're literally right under it. Okay, let's go ahead and murder these guys. Yo, they're tanky. They're way tankier than I thought. All right, now we gotta find the Elder Guardian. Oh, he's literally... What? He's literally right here. And I've taken no damage. Oh, that's quite a significant bit of damage. We're gonna kill him. There we go. He's dead. Elder Guardian dead. Easy peasy. Now, chat informed me that there are actually 3 Elder Guardians in each ocean monument, so I had to go mollywop those guys. We got him. All Elder Guardians cleared. Now, I need to build a mob switch. Otherwise, getting harassed by Guardians while I build this is going to be an absolute and utter nightmare. The mob switch is very simple. Essentially, you just suffocate an iron golem, splash him with an investing potion, and then keep him healed up so that he spawns tons and tons of silverfish, thus filling up the mob cap and disabling all hostile mob spawns. You know, this might be one of my favorite farms of the entire video, guys. We gonna just sit here and continually torture an iron golem to our benefit. I mean, what could be better than this, really? Okay, if we did this properly, no hostile mobs should spawn. None. Nada. Not a single mob in sight. And we can now build our guardian farm in peace. This guardian farm is extremely straightforward. All you have to do is build a simple scaffolding killing chamber on one of the corners of the monument, and then cover the corner in soul sand so that you create a bunch of bubble columns. We're gonna fill all of this in with soul sand. Ah! So many bubble columns. There we go. The guardians that spawn there get sucked on in. Actually, it didn't take that long. Let's just go ahead and hop up into the AFK platform with our mob switch off, and let's go ahead and see how good our farm is working. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Aside from the most cursed noise ever, ugh, I hate it. We definitely got a guardian farm going. I love it. Look, they spawn, and they just get sucked up, bro. So good. Okay, another farm in the books, baby. Now, before we jump into the utter pain and suffering that is about to be inflicted upon us by this wither skeleton farm, I'm so tired of being in the nether. I'm losing every inch of sanity. I should also mention that in the background, I've been breeding bees. Lots of bees. Ah, the bees are back. The bees are back in full force. They'll be important later. Now I'm going to build a wither skeleton farm so that we can get infinite beacons in our hardcore world. This will be very important for building bigger projects later down the road. However, this farm is notorious for straight up killing people. As a matter of fact, it recently ended my friend's 5,000 day hardcore world.
Wait, no, wait. Oh, too late. What kind of farm is this? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's a nothing farm now.
To build this farm, we need to find a nether fortress in a soul sand valley or a warped forest because piglins cannot spawn here, thus boosting the rate of wither skeleton spawns. I checked the 2 close ones nearby and both were completely encased in terrain. Whoa, it's buried. Wait, so this one won't work. Is this one also buried in terrain? Dude, brother. You've got to be joking. I then went to check chunk base, and to my utter horror, there were no strongholds anywhere in sight that were inside a warped forest or a soul sand valley, and also 100 blocks away from the closest biome. Okay, so unfortunately, I could not find a soul sand valley with a nether fortress in it anywhere close. which means that the rates on this farm are going to be pretty low unless we spawn-proof everything after it's done. So I'm going to hope that works. It's really the best that we can do, but I'm kind of freaking out, but we'll see what happens. So I got to building the wither skeleton farm. If this worked, we would have a wither skeleton farm really close to base, but I had no idea how bad spawn-proofing the area was going to be. Okay. Now, in theory, as long as we don't light this stupid portal, we should be completely fine the rest of the channel. As long as we don't light the portal, we shouldn't die. It's that simple. So if you're ever going to build this farm, don't light this portal till everything else is done. You've been warned. Your blood is not on my hands. Next step was to create the killing chamber on the nether side, where we would kill the withers and collect all of the drops. Okay, so we went ahead and built the auto crafting version, so it's going to automatically craft coal and bone blocks, or at least it should. And now all we have to do is the scary part, which is building the overworld bridge. And this is where people usually die. But our portal is not lit, so there's like no chance that we should die here. So this is the exact step that usually absolutely murders people. So I'm going to make darn sure I have my stasis set. Okay, good. I did. We're going to reset it and then go finish the farm. Okay, so the dangerous part is done. Now, all we need to do is go spawn-proof everything down there with buttons. That's going to be giga tedious. 5-hour button placing montage? No, it's not going to be that bad, guys. It's not going to be that bad. I simply removed some of the smaller islands by hand. Then I got to work placing buttons on one of the larger chunks of land. And then once again, somehow chat convinced me to whip out the TNT. This is not going to materially affect the amount of spawn proofing we have to do at all, but you asked for it, chat, so here you go. In fact, it genuinely makes it worse. So, you know, thanks for that, chat. Insane recommendation right there. And now we made piglins mad. Definitely goated move right there. Okay, you know what? See, that one was helpful. That one was helpful. And you know what? In spite of myself, I did more TNT because it was kind of fun. It's pyrotechnics time. It's time to go ham. It's time to wage war on the nether for what it did to us by giving us bad spawns. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's a glorious amount of TNT right there. Holy smokes. We barely used any. We have so much left. Yeah, this should make a big boom, if I say so myself. This should make a big, oh, those two placements were kind of useless, but that's all good. All right, it's time. Run! Run for the hills! Ah! Oh, yeah! Oh my gosh! That's how we do. Where's Tony when you need him, bro? You know what to do. Oh, the lava ignited! Run! Run! Whoa! Okay, that was mediumly freaky. What if it killed me through totems, bro? Like twice. The lava ignited stuff. The phenomenon we just witnessed is lava ignition. It's called lava ignition, and it happens sometimes. We're gonna hope that it doesn't blow up our farm. It blew up our farm. I suppose I could have seen that coming. Gosh dang it. I wasn't as careful with the explosives as I should have been, and it looks like I lost some turtle eggs and a good portion of the farm. So that's a little unfortunate. That's definitely a little unfortunate. We didn't want that to happen, really. I warned you. That's okay. I had a hunch it would do that, but it was entertaining, so I did it anyway. After that little fiasco, I had to go patch up the lava, repair the farm, and then place down more slabs. So many slabs. An ocean of slabs. And then I gave the farm a test. Okay, so it takes a couple minutes to start up, though, so we can kind of sit here for a sec. But the farm was not working at all, and that's when I found a massive pocket of piglins filling up the spawn cap. Oh my gosh, there's a massive pocket that we literally forgot that we didn't see. Oh, I want this to be over, bro. This area was pretty close to the bottom of the spawning sphere, so I figured if I just lowered a bit with some TNT, that'd be the easiest thing to do. Ah! That's early! That's early! That's early! Whoa! Okay. Oh, my heart is beating so fast. Oh my gosh, dude. That was way too close. And not wanting to place more slabs and buttons everywhere, I adopted a new strategy, and that was flooding the hole with lava and then mining out the blocks so that it would flow downhill and cover the entire cavern in lava. And this worked pretty well. Just get that pyroclastic flow, baby. Flow downstream.
Let the fire consume it all. Burn it all down.
The issue with spawn-proofing something like this is that you really can't go halfway. You have to cover everything. If you miss a single block, a mob will spawn there because every other place is blocked off.
Is there any crevice left untouched? Where even are you? My eyes are burning out of my skull, bro. I'm so tired of being in the nether. I'm losing every inch of sanity.
After filling the pocket with lava, I gave it another shot, and there was some improvement. I was seeing a lot more wither skeletons, but we had a new problem. I must have built the farm too low because once the piglins reached the corners, they were not despawning, which was filling up the mob cap. So I moved the turtle eggs out one block further and placed some trapdoors to trick them into walking off the edge. Okay, let's go watch and see if our pig traption worked. Yo, it did! It did! Look at that. We used our brains and it worked. Oh, that's working so much better. Guys, that's working so much better. And then I figured out that you have to spawn-proof everything touching the spawn sphere as well. So I decimated another chunk of land, removed an entire soul sand island, spawn-proofed what was left, and finally, we had a working wither skeleton farm. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's more like it. Holy crap. 6 hours and 17 minutes. Oh my gosh, bro. And just like that, we had infinite coal, bone meal, and beacons. Now with that horrible, awful wither farm out of the way, we have 2 more farms that we need to build that both involve withers and could potentially kill us or cause us a lot of headache. The first one I'm going to make is an obsidian farm, because if we're going to build some of the best farms in the game, like the iron farm we built in season 2, we need thousands of obsidian on demand. So let's start with that. Okay, we need to go to a far, far, far away land so that if this goes wrong, you know, bad stuff doesn't happen. I found this little like plateau in the middle of nowhere. Low key, just gonna build it up here. So this is where things get dicey. I remember this like it was yesterday. We have to get minecarts crammed into each of these little obsidian blocks here. So throw that down, grab some iron out of here and make 1, 2, 3, 4 minecarts. Now I think if we just do that, right? And then come around here and just nudge this guy in. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there, baby. Okay, now we got to repeat that. Oh, too far. Too far. It's okay. I can bump it with my forehead, probably. Yeah, there we go. Push it back. It probably doesn't have to be perfect. Probably. Cart number 3. In we go. Okay, I have the problem where I do it too much, bro. I push too hard. Push that back. Boom. There we go. There we go, bro. Holy smoke-a-roonies. Last one, here we go. Once again, I pushed it too hard. Let's bump it in there. Okay. Okay, there we go. That part was way harder last time. I'm learning. I'm improving. Okay, this part is very, very important. Some of you who are OG enough might remember the hinge of 26. So we're gonna make sure we don't screw that up this time. East top, true, false, false. Look at that. I have you as my witnesses. That's a match. And then I think what we can do for the golems, I can literally just drive the chest boats into the corner. And then for the copper boys, let's do them one at a time here. Boop. Get in the boat, you heathen. Why don't you want the boat? I need you in the boat, good sir. There we go. Finally. All right, golem number 2. Get in there. Yes. Okay. Now, I do have to get these trapdoors in, and I think the easiest way to do that... And we have a trapdoor in place. East top, true, true, false, false. Hinge is correct. Hinge is correct. That is the overworld side of the farm done, but that's only half of the equation. We still got a lot to do on the nether side, so let's take care of that. You know what? Building this side of this farm is always going to hold a special place in my heart because last time I was building this in the nether, Sandiction commented on the live stream. Isn't that absolutely crazy? W Sandiction, I hope you're out there living your best life. Okay. I literally think the only thing left to do is summon the withers. Okay, dear Heavenly Father, please allow this to go smoothly in Jesus' name. Luckily, we do have our Wither Killer Supreme ready if they do break out and cause us all kinds of havoc. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. Wait till about 50% and drop an item onto the trapdoors. There we go. We flipped them. Okay. Genuinely, so far, so good. Are they contained? They are contained. And they're locked on, and the copper golems are not dying. Okay, so far, really good. Let's jump down over here. We're going to hop up over here. We're going to light this portal, and we're going to go through. We're going to start this. Then we're going to go back through. And we're going to double check. This portal up here should be destroyed. And this is where everything started to go wrong. The TNT duper was not continuing to shoot TNT through the portal when I went back to the overworld. And then to make matters worse... Oh, and they broke free. Okay, the withers broke free somehow. Okay, perfect. That's just absolutely fantastic. Repeat of season 2, I guess. Well, here we go again, I guess. Let's fix this up and give it another shot. Okay, here goes nothing. We're going to toss an item down at around 50%. Boom. Trapdoor's flipped. Okay, it's holding strong. Nothing's randomly escaping. I'm going to scoop the water. Water scooped. Now we're going to hop down in here. We're going to light the portal and we're going to go through it. We're going to start this going. All right, it's chucking TNT through. Is the frame up here broken and are they good? Okay, it is. Now we just break this and boom. Wait, I think it's working. The TNT is not continuing to shoot through, bro. Did our chunk loader break? Okay, our chunk loader did break. That's actually comforting. At least it's a problem that I can explain. Okay, why did it break? The TNT went through this portal? Is that actually what happened? No. You've got to be joking me, bro. So at some point after breaking this portal, it linked to the other side of that instead. Okay, I'm going to try building the chunk loader in a different location. We'll place the minecart there and it should go back and forth. All right, so we should have a fully functioning chunk loader that's loading this chunk, and this chunk should also be entity loaded. Finally, if we do this and start launching stuff through and then go here. All right. Yes. Okay. The TNT is continuing. Perfect. Now all we should have to do is destroy this. Ready? It spawned another one over here that's now griefing our world. I'm in a genuine loss, bro. I'm in a genuine loss. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I know the problem, and unfortunately the problem means we have to rebuild the entire thing, bro. The entire thing. I'm not even joking. The entire thing. This means the withers have to go. Oh my gosh! He's free! Okay, that one's dead. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. Yes! Dead. I guess there's another wither star for us. Yay. I tore down the entire farm and moved it to an entirely different spot. Okay, I rebuilt the entire thing in a different spot such that the nether portal side is at a higher Y level than this portal right here. Everything should be ready to go and should work properly. I really hope. I want to go to bed so bad. Here goes nothing, chat. Boom, boom. Let's go ahead and break this bad boy. Now we're going to do this. We're going to light this. We're going to go through. Turn that off. Let's flick that. All right, TNT is passing into the overworld. All right, TNT is working and it's still flowing. Portal is gone. Okay, now all we should have to do is simply destroy this portal and it should work. Here we go. Yes, I was right. I learned. It's working. We have a working obsidian farm. Except I'm now realizing that I think those are supposed to be hopper minecarts. There's a lot of obsidian that's stacking up here and not moving. I made the necessary fixes, and then for some reason, when I started up the farm again, it generated a new portal and started spitting TNT out onto the ground. All right, so that obsidian farm didn't work either. So it's back to killing withers again. The amount of withers I'd killed trying to build this obsidian farm is ridiculous. It might as well be a freaking wither farm at this point. It's a hard knock life for us. Okay, we're gonna try to build a brand new obsidian farm, and I'm a little worried because the schematic for these ones are called Scorpio Bug Fix, Scorpio No More Mistakes. So that definitely doesn't inspire confidence in this farm, but we're gonna give it a shot. For this farm, we had to build the nether side first and then trigger it to build a forced portal in the overworld. Then we had to repeatedly flood wherever the portals spawned until it generated a portal above an ocean. Then we have to build the overworld side of the farm aligned with the forced portal, which also involved moving a chicken over 1,000 blocks away and loading him into a boat. Then I had to bridge away and make a new portal that we would use to access the farm, since the main portal can't be gone through once the farm starts. But I built this portal too close and it linked to the TNT duper, thus messing up the linking to the main farm. So I had to break that one, then force regen a new portal. Then I bridged out even further and built another mini portal, and the exact same thing happened. So I had to break it, then rebuild the main portal again. So now I have to regenerate the entire portal and rebuild this again for the third time. If this still links to our nether side of this obsidian farm, I am punching a hole clean through my monitor. So let's test this first before we regen the forced portal. Okay, finally, it's given us a new portal. All right, guys, here goes nothing. We ride, probably to death, but whatever. Let's place this armor stand down. Here we go. Withers summoning in 3, 2, 1. Wait, dear Heavenly Father, please bless the farm and allow it to go well. In Jesus' name, amen. Boom. Boom. Now we wait. Okay. Good sign so far. The withers did not destroy anything important. It looks like everything is going the way it's supposed to. This guy's freaking out. I think he might be targeting me, so we're gonna run away. But the farm should be chunk loaded and the cage should be unload proof. We're gonna go through. And now we start the nether side. Why? Why is it? Why? 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 Now they're escaped. So you know what? Whatever, bro. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't even care. I'm not doing this. I'm so sorry. I'm done. We're not doing the obsidian farm. We're not doing it. If we need obsidian later, we'll jump off that bridge. This farm genuinely broke me. It completely broke me. That was agony. Agony. Now, we may have ditched the obsidian farm, but we're not done working with withers. Sadly. We're gonna make a farm for Deepslate by using a wither to mine a ton of Deepslate really fast so that we can decorate this base and some of the farms that we made. So in order for this to work, we need to go down to Y -54. Okay, and then 3, 4. We're gonna widen this whole thing, make it about 4 blocks deep, like so. We're gonna go ahead and mark that with the torch. And now what we gotta do is mine a long tunnel. I made a very, very, very long tunnel. And we're gonna summon the wither literally right here. Okay, I always mess that up. It's fine. We're gonna summon the wither right... Oh, I messed it up again. Okay, we're gonna summon the wither right here. Hopefully this doesn't end my world. That would be really sad. And you can see he's breaking all that Deepslate. Okay, now we're gonna get him a bit lower just to be safe. Okay, now that he's low, we literally just keep punching him. And as you can see, he's mining a bunch of Deepslate for us. And this is all you do for infinite amounts of Deepslate. There we go. So now we have all of these blocks to go collect. And as you can see, we even got like some diamonds. So let's go see how much we got from one 3-minute run. We're just gonna pick all this up. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so in one 3-minute wither run, we got about half a shulker. Not bad at all, and I think I could have let it run for a little bit longer. All right, time to die, buddy. Boom. So after about 15 minutes or so, we have almost 2 shulkers of cobbled Deepslate. Not bad at all. That should give us enough to finish decorating a couple things I want to add to my base. I used all that Deepslate and added another tower to my base, enclosing the tree farm that we made earlier in the video. Best of all, I added a bone dragon curled around the tower. This build was made by Quentin, the same builder that made the builds in the World That Doesn't Exist series by Weepies. He did an incredible job. To tie everything together, I also added a wall around the tower so that it looks more tied into the whole castle. I also added a wall on the other side where my crop farm was, and now we have this insane looking fortress going with 2 dragons. All right, inside this chest for the last farm is 54 beehives. Let's go ahead and pick all these up. Even a simple bee farm was fighting me. While placing the hives, the bees popped out and escaped everywhere. Please, please. Get in! Get in! I'm so done, bro. Genuinely so done. I'm just over this project. I just want it to be done so bad. Whatever. Yeah, we're probably gonna get 1 million escaped bees. All the bees that I worked so hard to gather, you know, they're probably just gonna be useless, but whatever. But luckily, I found a solution for that as well. No, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. If we keep adding flowers, all we gotta do is get them pollinated and give them a reason to return to the hive. Then over time, most of them should find a hive and go back. Come here, bees. Y'all are too far. Are you forgetting your purpose? Your purpose is to eat flour and make honey. Oops, I accidentally made a beeline. And finally, we finished our very last farm of the video. If you made it this far, you're a beast. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.